Hi, and welcome to the Meowcast. I'm your host for this episode, Regina, and today we're here with Adriel,
Hello.
Diego,
Howdy.
Ellen,
Hi.
Gus,
Hello.
Logan,
What's up? I'm gonna be asleep today.
Moses.
My time to to shine.
I can just keep it. It's okay. I can edit it.
Just leave it.
No, don't edit it. Keep that on there.
And Victoria.
Profanity. Victoria.
Say hi.
Hello.
And our very special guest here today, Alohi, or as you all may know her as, Lynn Litex.
I thought it was Linux.
Or no, it's Lynn Litex, dude. Or people call me Lynn.
I thought it was.
Welcome,
I
Charlie.
thought it was Linux. Like I thought you were going for.
Everyone. Oh
I thought you were going for some Skrillex kind of mood or something.
No, I'm
Like,
trying
I
to
mean,
get
I
off.
guess.
No. Most or sir, I'm trying to get off that. I'm not like the other girls type, but.
You're trying to, or you're going on that because I'm confused.
Hey,
now.
you know what? Hey.
I'm just saying. Okay. I guess.
You want to
My opinions don't matter.
really know what I was aiming for?
What
I
were
just
you
used a
aiming
random generator to come up with my name. I just combined like a bunch of random.
Really? You did a
Wait, like really?
generator?
I like dead at or dead.
Oh my gosh.
Dead, yeah.
Holy
That-
shit.
Oh,
Maybe
should I
that
make
is
my
how-
announcement?
maybe
Wait,
that's how
should
you
I make my announcement really quick for anybody who is watch or listening to this that are my followers?
Sure, why not?
Go ahead.
So, well,
All right.
before you do your shout out, for those of you who don't know, Alohi owns an art channel. She has over 30,000 followers, and she draws
36K.
36K. Sorry, and she draws really cool art. And if you want to check it out, you can go check her out at what's her at?
Lynn Litex, LINLYTX. Yo, hook me up, ladies.
Alright.
And other genders that are not. You get what I mean.
Okay, well, you can go check out her art, and now you can say your announcement.
All right. To all my fellow hellhounds that are in this or listening to this podcast, I am gonna be going on a break. I don't know how long this break is gonna be, but I need a break. I can't really keep up with the algorithm for Instagram and some other personal crap that's gonna be. I'm gonna post about it too on my Instagram, so don't worry about it. You'll get to hear more about it, but I don't want to mention it in this podcast. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know, and yeah.
Okay, so that was Alohi. She's great, and the topic that we have for the topic that we had today is fun little memories. So, who wants to go first?
Do you guys ever at school just vibing and then someone just needs to take a fat Well, you didn't know. They just said it out loud.
Wait,
You know,
what?
that's probably one of my funnest memories. I didn't need to take a shit. I always I'm scared to go to the restroom.
I mean, yeah, because
I don't know. I feel like
I mean, you should be.
I feel like the toilet's gonna lick back at me, or kind of give me AIDS if I just even sit on it even for a second.
Okay.
I'm just not that bad.
Well, I mean, you have a point because the public restrooms are not always the cleanest. That's just...
I also think you have a
True
point
that.
there. Someone got stabbed at your school.
Oh no.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
Oh
no.
yeah. Moses went to his...
Tell you that story too. When he got stuck in the bus because of a stabbing.
Dude, me too. And we were supposed to go to contents at that school, and there was a stab. Oh my god, that was horrible.
Interesting, but I'm more intrigued about most of this shit.
All right, so Moses, so keep going.
Okay, so I didn't need a shit, but some other guy needed a shit, and before you know, oh my gosh, is he psychic? Does he know when people need a shit? No, not at all. Please, that would be the horrible. Knowing, just imagine sitting there, knowing when someone needs to shit.
That makes me so uncomfortable to think about.
Just
Please
thinking-
never say it again.
Just thinking about
Am I
it.
the only one who keeps hearing most of these things? It's just this guy needs a shit. He wanted to take this fat. Okay, we get it. Get
okay,
it.
We're
okay.
gonna have to bleep this
It's
so
'cause-
much.
I
I
believe
know.
we
Okay.
have established that the man needed a go.
Okay. So the reason I knew is because I'm just there vibing in the restroom, doing my business. And the first thing I notice when I walk in is all the stalls are taken. I'm like, oh my gosh, like wow, that's a lot of people like that. Like either they're close friends or they really needed to go. Because usually they're empty or anything like that. So, all of them are taken. Like there's nobody like one and then going like a pattern, like one person goes and then the next one's blank and then the other person goes. Like, no, they're all taken. So I'm like, okay. And next thing you know, this tall athletic person, starts yelling, "Oh, come on, guys! I need to take a please, come on, guys, please!" And I've heard so many desperate people, but this guy, I feel like it was just coming out. And my point was taken
So
because
messed.
What?
literally what he
No,
says next is,
no.
"Oh my gosh, guys, it's coming to come out, please," and he's begging all these people
Oh
to just
no.
come out, one of them come out, and anything to the point where he's even banging at the at the stalls, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I need to like I want to laugh so hard, but one, I feel bad for this guy too. You know, I don't want to start any beef. Some people take it up the ass, and knowing this guy already has stuff in his ass, it's not gonna be so well.
Pun intended, pun intended.
Bro,
So I'm just like,
I bet you he ate
Oh my
Taco
gosh.
Bell or something that gave him that he just had to go. He just
he
had to run.
must have, man,
He
because
j-
Maybe his
that
stomach
hit
was
too
upset.
hard. That hit too hard and too fast because it was like right near the beginning of lunch.
I
So
bet you that I bet you he had one of those discount Chicos Tacos things for lunch.
Oh my god.
Dude,
no,
those things are the
please.
best.
No, Gus, no.
What do you mean a
But
discount?
Those things,
Right?
no, they're bland as and also they're just not that good. They're just tomatoey. They're not interesting in any flavorful way.
I mean
Wait,
I
but
mean
continue. Wait, but continue, most. Continue. I'm so
so
intrigued.
next thing he bangs on everything and he's like, "Oh, you guys," and then he just runs out. And I'm like, and everyone just starts laughing, even the people in the stalls, and I'm like, "Oh my
wait,
gosh."
so this is like after like he ran out of the store.
Yeah, after he ran out of the restroom, he like everyone started laughing. I'm done with my business. I'm washing my hands. And I see this one person. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad I feel so bad. And like I don't know how someone could do this. But the guy comes out of the stall laughing 1 second after he ran. So literally he could have said, like, "Oh, I'm gonna come out right now, dude. Just hold it in, hold it in." No, he just went out laughing, and I'm like, "Oh, that's your dick for doing that." Oh my god.
I for a second there, I thought you were gonna say something worse, like, oh, so he ran into the girls' restroom and took a shit. That would have been
Oh
even
no.
worse.
I
No.
was scared that I was gonna find like little droplets just like outside the guy's restroom.
Oh, okay.
Oh
No,
no
no,
I was
no no
no,
no no no
Moses.
no
No, no,
no
no,
no
no,
no.
no, 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 no.
T
yeah,
TMI Moses TMI.
I'm just saying, like I was scared for my life, but that's my story. Yeah, I'm gonna let the other people tell their story now.
Poor guy. Well, that was very
That
interesting,
was
Moses.
well.
Okay
What
then.
an interesting opening. So I have a story for y'all. It's been like 2 years since I moved to this new house, and this house is great. I love it, and like I want to say last year we got two birds, right? They don't specific. They're cockatoos, and they don't specifically have names because one when we got them, we didn't know if they were boys or girls until they were mature and they started woohooing like randomly. And yeah, like it's nature, right? Birds do, animals do that, right? Whatever. So when we first got them, like they were just shy. They weren't. It took them a while to open up with us and whatnot. And so occasionally we decided to open the cage so that they can get, like know the house. They can fly around and just basically have freedom. That way they can open up to us more. It took them a while to fly because we bought them when they were like I want to say 3 or 4 months after they were born, so they were really small. And one day they finally had the courage to get out of the cage, and they started like flying around, and it was funny because like it was fun. It was funny because like they would just fly randomly, and it would just crash to walls, and like out of nowhere you just hear him fly, and all of a sudden you hear a loud like that, like a wall, and we just what happened, and he's just there on the floor just vibing. And if you ever own like a cockatoo or any type of bird, they bite. The bird thought that I was attacking him, so he literally bit the side of my thumb, and he ripped off a piece of my skin. And keep in mind,
Oh,
How is
yeah,
this funny? How
no,
is
no,
this
no,
funny?
no,
oh my
no, no. Wait,
Wait.
wait, hold on. I'm
God.
just giving you a little backstory of how
I
cockatoos
thought
are.
your birds were nice.
They are nice, but like when they're like 5 years old, when like well 5 years, 5 months, sorry, old, and they're like trying to get to know you, they're animals, so automatically their defense instincts come in. So yeah, they bit us or whatever, right? And like, I lost a few skin cells, whatever. There was this one time where we had to put him away, and my mom was saying, it's getting late, so I need to start cooking. So my mom was casually cooking, and the birds were still out. So one of them thought like, oh, what would happen if I flew into the stove while it was on? So yeah, one of my birds. So she flew into the stove while everything was on, and then she landed on one of the hot pots that my mom was using, and immediately she started freaking. We had to turn off all the stoves, and the bird started like she actually burned herself. I don't. So everything. We grabbed her by force because like because she landed on one of the pots, and she was burning herself, and you can hear like she was like yelling and stuff. I don't know how to explain it. Like we grabbed her, and we just put her on the sink, like we just gave her a shower.
How is this funny?
No, like it just like
Poor
Yeah, so my bird almost died by burning alive.
like
So
no,
you
no,
know.
like that's the thing. Like I don't know, like it was just an interesting like story. Like I don't know, like so we like I don't know. They're birds. Birds are dumb sometimes.
I mean, if I was a bird, I
Yeah,
think
my
like that'd be my cage or
It's a
something.
little concerning.
What do you mean
You know,
by
I feel like if I was a bird, I feel like that'd be my cage, and I'd be like, oh, why is it getting warmer in here?
dude?
yeah, that sounds like
But other than
a
that, you know,
I mean,
There
I'm glad
wasn't
that you're
any oil. There
very.
wasn't any oil around, right?
about that. There was a bit of oil involved, but she did.
Jesus Christ! You
But
fried your bird.
we didn't fry her. Hey, it was her fault. It was her fault. She's the one that decided to
we
fly
got
into the
some
stove.
chicken wings over here.
Shut the
Her fault or not, you still fried her.
I don't know. It was.
How is it the
What is
bird's
this, KFC or
fault?
Popeye?
She flew into it. We didn't know. What were we supposed to do?
Hey! They're trying to sacrifice for some Popeyes. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, dude, they were like 5 or
Mhm.
7 months old. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to eat something that barely had some meat.
Understandable.
Like literally, I think we gave her like post traumatic stress because like we basically grabbed her, put her in the sink, gave her a cold shower so that she can heal herself, and we put her back in the cage. The rest of the day, she was just shaking.
Huh? Weird. I would never think that would give anyone any sort of stress or
Aren't you
post-traumatic
not
stress.
supposed
I
to?
don't know.
Aren't you not supposed to run cold water on burns?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't cold water. It was like I guess temperatured water. Like we weren't gonna just put her like straight on just cold water because like that hurts the body. You know what I mean? Like
Let me look that up really quick.
okay,
I'm
like
pretty
I don't know
sure. I'm
the
pretty
way
sure
that I
the
think
bird
about it. It's like
detective.
the way that I think about it is the same thing with like football players. Like when they go have like a football game or whatever, some of them like go and take like those like they get on the tubs and they put ice on them for like their muscles. I don't know. It's like this is like the same thing, but
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
you know what I
you're
mean?
talking
Like,
about, but we're talking about burns, not like muscle pain.
hey, like, well, that was my story. My bird. Now they're smart. They're not dumb. I don't know. Ever since that day, we never trusted them. I mean, now they're in the house. They're in the cage. Like, yeah,
Okay, so quick side note
Wow.
about the burn stuff. All it says is that don't run cold water but cool water. If that makes sense.
yeah. Like
So
we
I
didn't
just googled it right now.
we didn't put like cold water, because I done that before when I would just burn myself with like the pot or whatever. And just if you run like cold water, that just makes it worse for some reason. Like I understand
because it shocks the skin.
Yeah, it's like the same thing with metal, because like if you were to get like something hot and you just put it automatically straight in water, it damages the metal. And I learned that because my dad, he's a molder and he makes parts. And one time, they messed up a $35,000 mold by doing that.
Oh, yikes. I feel bad for those birds, though. I mean, I burned myself when I was little, and I literally never even tried to cook again afterwards. I can't imagine how those birds must feel.
It was only
Understandable.
hey, in my defense, she's the one that flew.
Wow.
Hey man, I was also little. Why are you blaming it on me, like in that bird? I mean, you don't know. Why are you blaming it on the kid bird?
Well,
kid.
supposedly cockatoos are smart, so you would think that. No.
Just because they're smart doesn't mean that they're still not birds.
Okay, yeah, but like
a bird is gonna Victoria, shut up. A bird is still
Victoria, shut up. Oh my god, Adriel.
a bird is still a bird, and a bird's gonna be stupid.
I feel like people are gonna hear this and they're gonna be like, "You're a horrible owner. What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Well, I'm sorry."
People are gonna get triggered.
Dude, it's 20.
When Gus gets canceled with the first episode, Gus is already canceled.
Dude, I know.
They're gonna call PETA on you.
Dude, watch.
I mean, it's your first bird, right?
Yes, this is the first time I ever had a pet,
Yeah.
so I didn't know how. And because dogs are different, because dogs you can actually like control them. With birds, you kind of can't, because I don't know, dogs and cats you can understand them because like they're closely related to humans, but birds aren't really closely related to humans. You know what I mean?
I thought training birds would be like the same thing as training like a dog or a cat. You just tell them a command, they kind of pick up at one point, you give them a treat, and then they go by that. That's how you would train a bird.
Well, I don't know.
You see, birds aren't mentally capable of doing that.
Yeah, like birds
or
have...
at least certain birds.
Yeah, I don't know. I know cockatoos can talk, cause my birds my dad would like whistle to them and they imitated it, and right now they imitate whenever they would like speak, they imitate what my dad whistled to them. Dude, I can't
Your
wait.
birds scare me. They're so loud. Last time I went to your house, they were scaring me so badly.
Why? They're just chilling.
No, they were not chilling. They were screaming. It's terrifying.
They were woohooing.
Yeah, they were.
Oh yeah. Side note: one time they came before Corona. By the way, we had a party and it was the first time my friends ever saw my birds, and they thought they were cute, right? You guys thought they were cute?
Yeah, they were really adorable.
Yeah.
Definitely very cute.
Okay, they were very adorable when the claw was on top of their cage.
Yes, when they went night night.
Oh yeah. Okay, I get it. Well, that's my story. My bird flew into the stove.
When you're the only one here who doesn't speak Spanish.
No, I don't speak
Wait, you don't speak
Spanish.
Spanish?
Yeah, there's like 3 people
Moses,
here who don't
no.
speak Spanish.
Really?
I learned 3 different languages and forgot every single one of them. I
can
learned Hawaiian,
understand Spanish.
Japanese, and French, dude.
I mean, didn't you take Spanish?
No, I didn't.
Wait, why didn't you take Spanish?
I don't know.
I can
took
understand
orchestra
Spanish and keep a
and-
basic conversation, but otherwise no.
What did I took? I took orchestra and art, and then I took orchestra again and touch data in 8th grade. And then what else did I take? What else did I take? I can't even remember what else.
Was it?
Yeah,
That was half. That was like
mandatory.
gym. That was
Wait,
like.
guys, let me
PE
tell you
and-
something.
Yes,
What?
Adriel?
You're gay.
The only thing I learned from exploring careers was how to waste paper.
The only thing I
royal blue
learned from
pens.
that- Oh my goodness.
Oh
A
no.
royal blue pen. It can't be red. It can't be black. And you know why? It's because you can erase it. You can't
I
erase
remember
it.
I my pants because one time I didn't use the royal blue pen. I was like, okay, how am I gonna survive? How am I gonna survive? How's my paper gonna survive? Because I knew she would have tore that up and just been like, yeah, I said royal blue.
Yeah?
Somebody used an aqua blue pen and she had a whole temper tantrum. Oh my god.
And may I just say really quick, her name sounds like an actual disease. I kid you not.
Oh no.
We're gonna call her Miss
Miss Virgil.
Miss
Miss
Virgil.
Virgil. No.
Miss
Miss Virgil is more likable than her.
Exactly.
No.
It does.
You
It,
call her.
Let's
You call her.
okay.
that's
Let's call her
orange.
Karen. Let's call her Karen. Let's call her Karen.
Karen.
Most teachers would be like, okay, this is me, this is about myself. Like on the first day, they'll introduce themselves so that
Mhm.
you'll be comfortable with them. No, you walk into her classroom and she's like, all right, sit down. You're gonna give me your names, and then after she does that, then she's just
Oh, and really
oh my
quick, just
god.
really quick. May I just say this teacher is a hypocrite. Now, I get that she's a teacher. Wait. I get she's a teacher, but teachers have their own rules. Number one, you cannot use cell phone. May I just say, for those who don't know, I had her for 2.5 times in the morning, and then for exploring careers, which was like half of the year, and I had her for touch data, which was a pain in the butt. But and she would constantly be on the school phone or on her own personal phone. And I remember that you're not allowed to go on your personal phone unless it's like important family matters. But no, she was talking to her friend for like maybe half of the class, and it was irritating. So there's so much more that she did, but I want to give you guys a chance. So then
Me and Diego had one of those types of teachers as well.
Ooh, I want to know. Who was the teacher?
No.
Okay, well, what do we call her? Well, we can't call her by her name.
Karen number 2.
Karen number
I have
2.
a better name. I have a way better name.
Okay, what?
Try
Teeny.
hard.
Teeny. Okay, so our
I know who
teacher
you're
was.
talking about. I know who you're talking about already. Just like Teeny, I already know who you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, no. Well, Miss Teeny, she was very short.
Like how short are
Really,
we talking about?
like we're talking about
short,
probably
actually short,
like probably like 4 feet
I
or
could
less.
stomp on her.
Oh my goodness, I can like kick her.
I could literally stomp her with my leg.
I mean, Gus can definitely like stomp on her. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, not a lot of people liked her, and with reason. Like I've never really had problems with any teachers, but she was just one of those teachers that they don't like listen. They're not reasonable with like you, even if you're like correct. Like they think that because they're the teachers, they can like.
So basically,
everything.
she's irrational.
Yes.
So like wait, for an
that's not our
example. Wait. For example, so let's just say I had like a breakdown, like or something like traumatic happened, and I found out in the class, and I started to break it down. So basically, she wouldn't care. Is that what you're implying?
She would not care at all. She would just leave you there to
not.
cry.
Unless you were one of her favorite kids, then she would be like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And then like go nurse you. But it was very hard.
Oh my god!
If that was the case, if that ever happened to you guys, I would honestly like leave the room and flicker off at the same time and actually like go to either the counselor or principal, because like you seen a kid breaking down in front of you. Like, aren't you gonna do something? Like, if that was my own kid, I would do something. Like, damn.
I technically kind of did, but she was not. She was like, I was rarely new because they switched me from her periods, and I'm usually the good kid. I don't do anything wrong. But that day, like, I was always ahead of the class. I'm always one of those people who try to like get ahead so I don't have a lot of work to do and I can have more. But yeah. So I remember this one time. I had finished all my work and I was turning it into her, and everything that she used to put everything on the board, everything that we had to get done by the day. But I was always like a few days ahead because I had done everything. And I didn't do it like at my house. I did it at school because it wasn't really hard work. It was like mostly poems or writing, essays. So I'd like talk to her and everything. And I told her, hey, like I finished everything. And then she just like started yelling at me in front of the whole class. She was like, well, what do you mean you finished? Find something to do. Find your next assignment. And I was like, oh, well, it's not on the board. I finished everything ahead. And she's like, I don't know. Just go sit down. Go try to find something. And I'm like a very sensitive person. You guys all know this, but I'm a very sensitive person. So I just started sobbing. And I just sat down in my desk and I was just crying. And one of my friends turned to me and they were like, hey, like, what happened? And I was like, no, it's fine. And I was just crying for the rest of the class until I could leave. But she didn't care. She didn't have an ounce of remorse.
Did she notice you crying?
She did. She yelled at me in front of the whole class, and everyone looked at me, and I'm terrified. I was terrified. I didn't know what to do, so I just sat down and cried, and she didn't care. Keep in mind, I was a good kid. I was one of the good kids in that class. I didn't even do anything, but she didn't care.
Damn.
It's not my fault. They didn't. I mean, they didn't tell me to like take my time. Like they said, do it at your own pace, and if my pace is a little faster, they can't lash out at me for doing my work.
Basically, the teacher is trying to get mad at you for being too smart.
Yeah, basically.
I've had that happen to me way too many times to count.
Oh, that's true. I've seen it. Miss.
Oh my god!
Bleep her name. No.
I'm gonna edit that out.
Oh yeah, we gotta bleep that out. Yeah.
Chemistry sophomore.
Hold on.
Oh man, my turn.
Wait, let me tell you guys a story.
She was mean to you? Seriously?
She was
Yes.
mean to everyone.
Okay, so this is a story that me and Ellen are gonna tell about one of the teachers that we had our sophomore year. So basically, we're in the same class for chemistry, and chemistry is one of the classes that we're required to take as part of our high school curriculum. And so, we're just sitting there, and I forgot what we were learning about. What were we learning about, Ellen? Wasn't it like how to calculate like molar mass or something like that?
Molar mass.
Yeah, we were learning about moles and how to calculate molar mass, which like we didn't get because she didn't know how to teach it very well.
Yeah.
And so I guess we'll call her Miss Goldie. Okay, so Miss Goldie didn't really know how to teach it to us, and I was like trying to help Ellen because she was one who struggles more with the math part of it than I do because I'm very good at math and Ellen isn't as much. So I was just helping Ellen, and we were just sitting at a table, and like Ellen wasn't really having a good day that day. And so when she went up to Miss Goldie to try to ask for her for some help, what happened was that she said, "This is wrong," and then Ellen was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm big dumb."
I did say that. Did it hurt? What she said next really hurt my feelings.
And then Miss Goldie, right after that, she just said, "It's like you are big dumb."
Yeah, you are.
She didn't even try to comfort Ellen, and Ellen had like a breakdown after that class, and I had to help her, and I was just like,
yeah, I had to go to the nurse.
we were both so mad at Miss Goldie. We were just like, I'm done with this.
She favorited the bad kids or the popular kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
okay, so let me tell you something else. So in that class, me and Ellen sat at a table of smart people. So it was me, Ellen, and then two other smart kids that we got along with in the class. We always did our work and stuff. But for some reason in that class, she always favored the tables that were always talking. And those tables were usually some of the sports kids.
Linda asked the dumbest questions.
Exactly. And it was so stupid. Like, we always do our work and we always do our work well. But for some reason, Miss Goldie would didn't like us. And we were like, okay, favoritism towards the sports students, but okay.
To be fair, she didn't like Regina, and Regina, like, the work she turned in was, like, it was so good. She tried so hard.
Immaculate.
I know, right? Immaculate. Yes, that's the word.
I always tried when every time I try really hard, especially when it has something to do with like drawing or coloring. I do tend to like try to make it look good.
Like the one pages, huh?
Yeah, that's what I usually like to do because I like using my brain like for creativity. So I really liked it. So when I turned in, when I turned it into her, she was like, "Oh, there's too much white space, and you need more pictures." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I did exactly what she asked. I added more color, and then I colored the pictures, and I did more pictures. And then I turned it in, and then she like scoffed. She's like, "Oh, okay. I mean, it's fine." And I was like, I didn't know what to do. Again, I'm very sensitive, so if anyone like slightly even raises their voice at me, I start feeling really bad and sad, and I started crying. My friend, another friend, turned to the back, and they were like, "Hey, like, what's wrong? You know she didn't mean it." And I was like, "Yeah, huh?" Well, all the other kids who disrupt the class turned in like crappy things, and then she didn't even question them about it. And I was like, okay, I mean, I guess it's fine. And then I went to my last period because this was the period before my last one. And I tried to hold it in so I wouldn't cause a scene, but I cried. And then everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, what happened?" And I was like, okay. And I spilled the whole tea and everything. And then the next day, I show up to her classroom. And then before I enter the class, she's like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" And that's automatically when I knew that was it. So I stayed out. I was like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "So a friend of yours told me that I made you cry yesterday." And I was like, "What am I supposed to say?" So I was like, "Oh yeah, about no, that was me. It's because I'm dealing with some stuff. Yeah, it's myself. Yeah, I'm dealing with some stuff." I tried to lean it over so she would be like, "Oh, okay," and then just let me in. No, and she's like, "Well, that's not really gonna cut it out in the real world." She's like, "You have to learn to woman up, okay? Because it's not always gonna be good for you. Like you gotta woman up." And then she's like, "You can go back inside now." And I was like, "Okay." And I just entered.
I swear to God, that class is always the worst because she just did not care about those kids that were actually trying. And other kids would just be disruptive. They'd be turning in really crappy work or they just not care about the class. And she was always the nicest to them and it didn't make any sense.
I know.
And when I got my progress report card, teachers can put comments on there. No one ever does that. Teachers don't really do that. This is the first time no one else got it. No one else got a comment except for me. And all it said was, "Student is a pleasure to have in class."
I remember when she first
just to top it off.
together and oh my gosh.
She wasn't bad with me. She was pretty chill with me. Like we got along pretty well.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Vic
No,
was a bad
I'm
kid.
not a bad kid.
No, Vic was a bad kid. It's confirmed because I'm pretty sure you don't do
Obviously,
athletics,
Victoria,
Vic.
like,
No,
dude,
okay.
like, let's be real here. Victoria, like, beat me up growing up. Like, for real. Like, she gave me a black eye. Moses, you remember that, right? She gave me, like, a black eye.
No, you didn't.
Don't you remember that, Moses?
You beat me up.
Yeah, don't you? No, I didn't. Gus, don't you remember? Okay, look. We were in math, and I came in, and I had like a
I've never had a math class with you.
Did you not remember that, Gus? Did you not remember that?
We never had math together.
If you guys couldn't tell, I'm like
I
obviously
can't even lift 20 pounds. You really think I can give you a black eye?
If you guys couldn't tell, I'm obviously lying. I'm obviously not. I always beat her. I would always beat her, and she knows it. Okay.
I'll explain why. It's because I was in the on ramps, right? And nobody.
So basically, she was taking
a
class that nobody was smart enough to take.
Yeah, and the people she favorited the people that I would actually try, and I was one of those people. I was always doing extra credit. I had hundreds on my homework, and I was doing good. She liked my small little group. I wasn't cheating.
Yes, you guys were.
You all.
No, I wasn't.
You all cheat.
No, you can't because my physics class was ahead of yours, and we had completely different quests. So shut your mouth.
Okay. Get back on topic.
Okay, next story time. Next story. Like, dude. Okay, continuing on. Jeez, man. Okay. So, for those who don't know, well, in my experience, which I really wish I had back, and I wish I didn't take Texas for granted. I wish I didn't say all that. But every time that I was in class, I remember how this in Texas, everything was like set in stone unless something came up. Like everything was planned out throughout the year, all that kind of crap, right? Like it was super organized, and I enjoyed it, and I took it for granted. Over here in Hawaii, most of the time it's not really like that, and I hate it so much. So I don't. Should I like come up with a different name for this
come
man?
up for a different name.
Okay. So we're gonna call this man Mr. Penguin. And now the reason why I say it is because this man's looked like Mr. It was Mr. Mr. Penguin, right? From Batman, right?
No, it's just yeah.
Oh.
The big nose guy, right?
What, Logan?
It's just Penguin.
Just Penguin?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll call him Mr. Penguin. Yeah, I'll call him Mr. Penguin anyway. But this man looks like Mr. Penguin or like Penguin from Batman, but like the uncle that like went through like a lot. It's not like the uncool version of him, like the guy that you'll get from down the street. That's like, oh, we need you as an actor for our reboot. Come with us. He looked like that. It's like they said, not the cool version. And I hated everybody hated him. He picked favorites from like different classes so hard. At one point, Well, I think we had to do a whole entire test, and this man in a different class let everybody watch the football ads. I kid you not. It's so bad. And his tests are no. You have the list: president, vice president, like Hawaii's council, all of that. I can't even remember like the amount of things, and you have to remember that. I think we had to take tests like every other week or like every Friday. I can't remember, but it was terrible. And but with this man though, like there's also the disgusting side of him. I can't remember all the things that he did. I have like more friends that can tell me what happened because I can't really remember much. But this man is also disgusting. He had like a burger underneath his desk, and it was been there for a couple days. And now I don't know if this is true or not, but I remember someone telling me they saw this man pick up the burger and eat it, and it was there for a couple days. I just say, and now I wouldn't be surprised too. He had like a little fridge on right next to him in a way, and he has food. And this man breathes so heavy, it's not even funny. I remember we had what's it called? Not a log, a fire drill. He had to go on the on the cart to get all the way down to the baseball field. Like that's how bad it was. Like this man is so bad and so many. And may I just say, if we every day we had to do like what's going on in the world, like what are some interesting news that's happening. If we do not answer, we have to do like a whole essay about what's going on in the world that's due the same day in that same class. Like not after school, in the same class. Yeah, like let's just say like Trump won the award. Like we would have to, like if we didn't know that, we would have to say what's going on either way, like what's going on in the, and most of the time we can't even use our phone. So like also another thing that he did, we had to do 10-minute long like what's it called, presentations. We had to do 10-minute long. 10 minutes is if you want an A, not including everything else. Time wise, if you wanted an A, you had to do 10 minutes long. If you like yeah, if you do less than 7 minutes, like I think you give it either no, you get like an F if you do like less than 7 minutes.
That doesn't sound that bad because in
one topic.
some of my dual credit classes, I've had to do a presentation that was a class long.
I've had to do that.
Okay, no, okay. Well,
It was
this was like
terrifying.
a normal class. It was like this is a normal class that doesn't. I don't think we even have. Do we even have? I don't think we even have dual credits here. So yeah.
Oh no.
We have AP,
No, it's
but
because
we don't have.
Because dual credit's a Texas thing.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay,
Texas for Texas colleges.
But this.
You gotta love Texas.
I mean, I honestly prefer Texas. Like the learning side of it, like better than Hawaii. Like it's super bad. If you guys think it's bad over there, I took it for granted. I took no. Like from me, I took it for granted. Like you guys were so organized. All of this stuff, you know what you guys were doing. It was I took that for granted. But over here it's not like that. But the good side about it is that we leave at 1:45 unless it's like a Wednesday, then we leave like at 2:50, which was like the good side of it, I guess you can say.
Well, I think the reason why it's like that in Hawaii is because they don't have. I'm pretty sure they don't have standardized testing like they do in Texas. Like I know for Texas,
no, we do, but
for all of us,
we do.
We have to do tests of like STAR, and they take it very seriously because that can
No, we do
funding.
too, but this is like I forgot. I don't know if it's directly called STAR. I can't remember, but I remember we would have to do this test. I think each quarter, and you will have to answer. Let's say there's 50 questions. You will have 10 minutes to answer all of them. Math, reading, I think writing, and not history and science. All of that within a short amount of time.
I think it really depends on the school district though, because I went to another school district in Texas, and the one I'm currently is in right now, and it wasn't that organized. If I'm being honest, it was also really all over the place.
Yeah, it also depends on the school. Like our school district, we have to do so our school year is divided into every like 4 9 weeks. And every 9 weeks we have to take a 9 weeks test, and then even it's split even further to where every 3 weeks we have to take a test, and then that on the 9th week, that 9 weeks test is the important one for that quarter.
Yeah.
And it's
I
supposed to
know what
and then
you're
it's
talking
supposed to
about.
prepare us for like the benchmark that we take in the fall, which is like not that serious. And then we take our spring benchmark so they can give us tutoring for the STAR test, which is like the important one because that determines if you pass or not, basically.
Isn't it
Well,
like that? Like in
it
general
doesn't
in Texas?
Well, it's a
it doesn't
graduation
determine
it's
if
a
you pass.
graduation requirement.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a
you have to
graduation
pass
requirement.
all of them so that way you can graduate, but you don't need to pass the STAR to get to the next grade level unless you are a senior, 8th grade or 5th grade. Then yeah, you need to.
Oh yeah,
But like
that's
say that
right.
if you're a freshman and you fail the algebra one, then you can move on to sophomore year if
You
you
just retake
pass
the
your
class.
yeah.
Ooh. Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because junior year is important because it's our final STAR test year because that's when we take our history STAR, and then we take our SAT or ACT depending on what colleges you want to go to.
What was I gonna say? So for us, like with math and science, you only had to take 3 years of it, and English and history, you had to take 4 years of it. Yeah, we don't get tested on history, which is weird but understandable because, like I said, the teacher sucks a lot. So,
Okay, so
Hey, Joe, tell an interesting story.
in case the audience doesn't know, I'm in orchestra and I play the violin. I've been playing for about 6 years now, and this is gonna be my 7th year. So this is about state solo ensemble because I qualified with my violin quartet my sophomore year. And so we travel from all the way from our city all the way to Austin, Texas, right? For your UT Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
On our way back, we had gotten we had seen some clouds like coming back, and we were just like looking outside the windows, like, oh, it's such a pretty day, and we're just all talking, and we had to share a bus with choir because orchestra doesn't have that many kids make it. That this is like every year since we're a smaller program than everybody else. So on the bus, it's orchestra sits in the front, which is like 9 of us, and then the rest of the bus is choir. So basically, we had stopped at Burger King, and then we had gone back on the bus, and then we were on our way back, and then we noticed that the clouds start getting like really, really, really dark, like pitch, like really dark, like really gray, and the sun was starting to set too, so it was starting to get into nighttime. So it looks freaking scary.
That sounds like the beginning of a horror movie or something.
And then it starts getting windy. Even when it wasn't like windy and like stormy, our bus driver would swerve a lot. And I don't even know why, but he would just swerve a lot. And
That's
so we're
Was he
on our way.
drunk?
that's
Was he
I, don't,
scary.
intoxicated? Did he drink something at Burger King?
I have no idea. So it's me and my friend sitting in one chair, and then 2 other friends sitting across from us. And like you see a bunch of lightning start going everywhere, and it starts getting super windy, and then the rain starts pouring down on us, and like you can't see in front of you because the rain cut down the visibility by like a lot, so you could barely see in front of us. And it was so scary because like the bus driver told our teacher like, oh, can you please tell the students to put on their seatbelts on, like in Spanish. And then our teacher, our orchestra teacher, told us, okay guys, you guys need to put on your seatbelts because the storm is getting like really like rough. We are all like, there aren't any seat belts.
Oh no.
Wait,
Wait,
Adriel, just imagine if like the bus driver was like, hey, teacher, can you tell them that their time has come? And you just see him just swerve
I
again,
swear to
really hard.
God, it
dude,
felt like that.
it's like one of those memes from the Magic School Bus cruising down Main Street. Like one of those like
Oh, the
No.
I
video.
swear,
I know
Oh
what you're
gosh.
talking about.
I swear to God, it felt like that, and it was so scary because it was just like, it was super stormy, and then all of a sudden on my phone I get a tornado warning
oh
Oh my
no.
or
goodness,
like a tornado
for
watch or like
real.
No.
I get a severe thunderstorm. I get a severe thunderstorm warning and then a tornado
This
watch.
sounds like something Diego would
And it was,
do if he was like an upper power of like the world.
I would love to be in this
whatchamacallit.
situation.
So we're just
Mhm.
driving down, and then we're all like we're trying to stay calm because we're like, this is not normal. And so, we're just driving down, and the gusts of wind were like pushing the bus side to side. So we were swerving even more than we already were. And, we're all just like trying to chill. And then the choir kids are like singing in the back and like yelling. And then the orchestra kids are just sitting there like in fear, like, are we supposed to be scared?
The choir kids are like the personification of that SpongeBob song.
Dude,
Exactly.
that's so funny. Like, just imagine like you're driving down like a one-way street, like at like 60 miles per hour. You like there's winds like everywhere, there's thunderstorms and everything, right? And all you see like half of the bus, like the choir is just singing the happy uplifting song, and you have like half the bus like all like scared for their lives.
It was okay. It was scary and it was so stupid because they were just playing chill jazz at the back.
But everything came to the Fire Nation attack.
It was just so stupid. And then by the time we got to the end of it, we're all just like, okay, we want to get off this damn bus. Like, please get us the fuck off of this.
I remember seeing an article that one of the buses from our district had crashed, and I was like, oh, it'll stump for. I thought it was you.
Oh, I remember because I even sent you guys pictures on along the way.
Yeah, so I was like, oh no. Like some like you were telling us that you were like scared. You were sending us pictures telling us like, there's like a storm or something. And then I remember seeing in the article pop up that one of the buses from my district had crashed on the way back here. And I was like, oh no.
It was just so stupid because like we would have avoided all of this if it wasn't for band, because they're always freaking late compared to all the other buses. And so we got to Burger King. We had to wait until band had gotten there eaten, and then loaded back up just so we could leave, so we could all leave together. And it was so stupid because like the dark clouds didn't come until band was done, like finished eating.
Mr. like shows up in the podcast comments claiming that he's gonna sue you.
Nah, I got free speech. But yeah, that was my bus story.
I love your bus story. I'm glad you're alive.
That's so scary. Like, I don't know, just the thought of it.
It sounds like something Diego wrote for like a scenario.
It's honestly not even the worst I've ever survived with weather conditions. I have another story for that, but that's like a completely different topic and horror story.
Okay.
Or have you guys ever heard of the 2013 El Reno, Oklahoma tornado?
No.
The hell is that?
Yeah, what is that?
It was the whitest tornado ever recorded in history.
Whitest, like white, like skin color, like, or like white.
No,
like,
widest.
Wide.
White,
like
white, W-H-I-T-E, white.
No, wide, W-I-D-E.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
It was
whitest.
the whitest.
Okay, so I was just saying, it was the widest tornado ever recorded in history at like a whopping 2.6 miles wide in diameter.
Wow.
That's a thick boy.
That's almost as thick as Regina's Roblox character size.
Oh my gosh!
I thought you were gonna say something else.
So, anyways, if you guys haven't heard of that, I would highly suggest looking it up. It's it was freaking crazy.
Wait.
But I'll tell that story on another day.
Was that recent?
No, it's
No,
2013.
he said it was 2013, Gus. Are you not listening?
2013, dude. It was 7 years ago.
It was, I think, May 30th, 2013.
Oh, I don't know.
Why do you know the exact date? That scares me. Why?
Because it was that traumatic.
For you?
Yes.
At least it was in 2012.
I was there.
Do you need to see you need to see a therapist or something? I mean, we're not really a therapist, so we can talk to you. We can
No.
No?
I'm good now.
Are you sure? I mean, remembering the date is kind of signs of trauma, man.
I mean, it's kind of hard not to forget the date.
I don't know about that one.
Oh boy.
Hi, it's me. I'm human.
Oh, you thought you're still a robot.
Oh my god. He definitely been replaced.
Where's Diego and what did you do with him?
He's tied up. That's why he said, "Oh damn, they're tied up."
He ran away from you, Gus, because you're mean to him.
Whoa.
You beat me every day.
No, I don't.
I like how when he says that he's not robotic.
I know, right? That's
like they put the mic back
That's what
to
makes
like
me
actual
human.
Diego.
Pain.
I am the nicest human being ever. What are you talking
Diego
about?
sounds like he's Nebula.
You bully me
Gus
on a
doesn't
daily
abuse me.
basis.
Victoria,
That's
I
a
bully
nice
you on a
way.
daily basis.
Everyone bullies me on a daily basis.
I don't
Hey,
believe you on a
Hey,
daily
I
hey,
bully
basis.
you.
hey, we all know that I started it. So shut up.
How can Gus claim he's a nice person when he let his birds fry?
Oh, that's a
Oh,
point,
man.
man.
Got him
Wait,
there.
wait. How can we claim Gus is a nice guy when he traced my art, damn it?
Okay, to be fair,
You traced your art? Whoa, now you're stealing art, Gus. I'm gonna cancel you on Stan Twitter. I cancel you.
okay. To be fair, one, that was the bird's fault. I had no control over that. And secondly,
That's what they all say.
that was in 7th grade about your art thing, and I'm sorry. I just really liked the way you drew. So
It's been how many years now in college? It's been almost 5 years, Gus.
and
5 years.
you're still holding on to that?
Whoa.
No, actually though, I completely forgot about that. Told me, but I still don't really remember. All I remember is that you told me about this. I don't know that much about it. I'm just saying that to just make you just to have something out there to cancel you about.
I can't wait to hear the comments and be like, wow,
I can't wait to cancel Gus.
Oh my gosh.
Yo,
Wait.
Gus,
We're gonna
remember
cancel
you?
each other.
Oh wait, I have a fun story about Gus.
Oh no.
Oh my no.
And it includes
Oh no.
okay. I have a good story about Gus who you can cancel him for. So I used to be on Stan Twitter, not anymore, but I used to be. And I was getting bored because it was only me and like some problematic people in the fandom. I was on Stan Twitter. I was like, hey Gus, you should come join me on Stan Twitter so that way you can stand this group that I like. And Gus decided to join me, right, Gus?
Okay, the only reason the only reason why I joined you and why I made a fan Twitter account for that boy band was because you okay, side note, Ellen always gets canceled and all of her accounts always got suspended. So I wanted to realize I wanted
Oh, that's not true. I was never problematic. I never said anything problematic. I know what you're talking about.
Anyways, I just wanted to I don't know. I just wanted to experience how fangirls or these fans got like how they acted. That's the only reason why I did this account. That's why I joined forces with you.
Okay, all right, join forces. So it was like Gus's like first week on Twitter, right? And I added him to this group chat. And I was like, okay, Gus, you're in this group chat now. And Gus decides to start canceling people as soon as he joins, right, Gus?
Okay.
Right.
Okay, to be fair, like this group chat, it was kind of toxic because within the first minute I joined this account. I mean, this group chat. Immediately they screenshotted. This is legit. They screenshotted my profile, and they looked at my ad and they're like, "This guy's a joke," and they automatically started like blocking me and reporting me. And I this is like within the literally.
Wait, what?
They did report him. It was so funny.
They reported Gustavo for no damn reason.
Literally, they reported me because of my username. Apparently, it was
Hey, man.
quote unquote problematic.
What was your username?
Dude, I don't even
It's because
remember.
he named himself name of boy group member. Okay, so he put like member's name solo stan. So he called himself a solo stan of the member because he only knew that person. And solo stands are kind of problematic. For those of you who don't know what solo stand is, that means they only stand one person in the group. And usually a lot of people who are solo stands tend to belittle all the other group members. So they thought Gus was trying to, like say bad stuff about other members. So they try to cancel him. But thankfully Gus changed his name quickly. Anyways, so he joined this group.
This was before Ellen told me that Stan solos were a thing. I didn't know. I just made the account because I wanted to experience that.
You want to experience getting canceled? Excuse me.
He wants to be like Jeffree Star. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Oh, oh my.
So Gus joined the group chat, right? And he found a bunch of accounts. He found like 10 accounts, and he sent them all to the group chat. And he's like, guys, look at all these problematic accounts. We should cancel them. So he made a thread to cancel all these people and put them in a blacklist. And the worst part is he actually got a bunch of clout for it. And like people did start
Wait, for
canceling
real?
them. Yeah, people did start canceling these accounts, and they actually got suspended because everybody started reporting them because Gus said.
Gus
And
was on a canceling spree.
Yeah.
Okay,
Damn, Gus.
okay.
Gus
To be
the
fair,
baby.
to be fair, one of them was actually problematic because they were, I don't know, they were saying that, they were being mean. Like they were saying like, oh, look at this girl, she has cancer and this and that, and they shouldn't respect her. And I'm like, okay, here, let me tell you something, you disgusting human being. So I actually did that, and I got it canceled, which I'm happy for. The other 9 people though, those were an accident. I did not expect.
They were not an accident, Gus.
Yes,
You
they
put their ad in the chat.
No, that was
Also,
not.
Gus. Also, Gus. 1 week before, I really want to start something. I want to cancel people.
I know, right? And he still cancels people. That's literally what his account is known for.
Gus, I thought we were cool, but now I'm kind of too worried to tell you now. Like I don't.
It's because Gus is a big bull.
I'm not a bully. I just get power hungry sometimes.
Yeah,
You call
I'm pretty
me your
sure.
mother part of
Gus, I
this.
can destroy you. I wouldn't.
I mean, you do have like 36,000 people on your account.
You know who has a good power hungry story about Gus? Diego, right? Diego, we have a lot of power hungry stories about Gus.
Tell us.
Do I? I honestly don't know.
Yeah, you do. You have a lot of Gus stories. Tell us a Gus story, an experience with Gus. Come on, expose him.
I have an experience with Gus.
You have so many experiences with Gus.
He's abused you.
I can't think of
times.
No, I love Diego. He's my best friend. What are you talking about? I always give him hugs.
That sounds like such a lie. Stop that right now.
I love the sarcasm, like in his voice. Like, yeah, man.
Like, I genuinely love you, Gus. Come on, buddy. Oh, pal, Trump.
Turn into a robot again.
Robot.
He's being replaced again.
Robot again?
Yeah, he turned to a
Are
robot.
you serious? Wait, hold on. Let me get the real me.
All right, we will wait.
Oh my gosh.
What's a Diego and
Even
Gus
tying
story?
him to the chair.
What the is that noise? Okay, anyways, what's a Diego and Gus
Wait.
story?
Y'all's orchard demon.
Stop.
The Great War.
Oh yeah, the Great War. You and Gus should tell the story of the Great War
So
in Minecraft.
to give you a little backstory, all of everybody's in this like podcast. We have a Minecraft server, and we all just occasionally just play together and whatnot. And I don't know what the heck happened. I wasn't fully paying attention, but Diego, Ellen, and I forgot who was. It was 2 other people. They had like this
Moses and
Me
Gina.
and Moses.
Moses and Gina. Like I was just casually mining or whatever. These 4 were having like literally like wars, and they would use like these like we were playing Minecraft educational version, and you can type codes to like spawn stuff and spawn like TNT and stuff. And I don't know what was going on. I was just mining, but all I hear is this war among them 4.
Diego, you should tell the story on how it started.
I don't remember it, if I'm being honest with you.
It
I
has
just remember there was a lot of civil disputes within our world, and then
Well,
it just led to a full-out war.
It's because
against each
you
other.
started shooting arrows at me, and then Moses and Regina tried to get on it because you accidentally shot the chickens.
Oh yeah. So killing chickens is illegal in this world. But why? I don't really know. They're delicious.
It was because
Wait,
it was
I'll be
the
back.
world I made, and we can't kill chickens. You hurt them with your arrows trying to hit Ellen.
The chickens were overloading the server, and I could not
Yeah.
render.
Yeah.
No, they were fine.
Just
The
like you
over
hurt Astrid.
amount of TNT was also causing something.
Oh my god,
Rest
Ella.
in peace, Astrid.
Rip
Oh my
Astrid. Astrid's really
no.
dead. Okay,
You killed her.
It was an
Diego.
accident. I was trying to shoot at you.
okay, go
Accident
ahead, Diego.
my ass. You should have been careful.
I'm convinced he has actually been replaced by a robot at this point.
Me too. He usually makes really like either problematic and or offensive comments with commentary. But this time he hasn't been making any comments. So the Great War, it was very sad. It was a war fought between me and Diego versus Moses and Regina. It all started when Diego decided to shoot
The
arrows
Fire
at
Nation
me.
attack.
Well, yeah, the Fire Nation attack, and by the Fire
Hi,
Nation,
I'm
I
the
mean
Fire
Diego.
Okay, so basically, I'm a murderer in the
Whoa,
world.
the
Yeah.
glitching.
I Okay, so I'm a murderer in this world, and let's just say I may or may not have shot in the one that owns the server. And from there, it went from Moses killing me, and then it went back and forth until Alan somehow got involved,
Yep.
and we just paired up, and yeah, it just became a war between the both of us until commands started being brought in, which led to a lot more
Yeah,
problems.
I brought in the commands because I decided to cheat because Moses hates cheating, right, Moses?
I mean, Alan decides to use 1000 TNT.
I mean, I don't hate cheating. It's more like I'd rather have done it legit the first like few months and then be proud of
When you r/remove the person who cheats.
Oh yeah, love that.
Yeah. So
I
A
mean,
Skype person.
yeah, Moses, you can't really talk. You used to give a Skype person.
that's true.
I have bad
But that
experience
was
with
to
it.
give
But
punishment
they're so
to
those
hurt
are
me or my
details.
chicken.
Okay,
Those are
so for
details,
those who don't know,
unnecessary
Skype
details.
person, what Moses used to do as punishment for literally hitting one chicken,
Yeah, well, it's because it fits on purpose.
it wasn't on purpose. It was just it would just get in the way because there were so many chickens in our whole village. But anyway, what Skype person is that Moses would put a command where he would teleport you to like the max point of like building, and he would just give you slowness and feather falling, and you would just literally be there for like 30 minutes just in the sky until the
Yep.
Not for 30 minutes. It'd be more like 10. You know, it'd feel like 30 minutes, but it was just
10, 1 hour, an hour 10. Time goes very slow in the Skype person.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so I started using commands to cheat. And basically, I created this huge water wall that divided my area, which, it's mine and Adriel's area, with Regina and Gus and Moses and Regina's area. Yep, and we try to remove it. We try to remove the wall, but every time we place the block, it would literally disappear and turn into water.
We
I remember that was
basically
so
broke the
creepy.
game. We basically broke the server, but mostly
Yeah, we broke
it
the
was
server.
Gina Chicken's fault for overloading the server.
Yeah, it totally wasn't my fault for, creating those commands.
Like it was so creepy because we use sponges, we use commands and everything, and it would be like auto regenerate. Like it was so weird and creepy, especially because it was water. So like it looked like kind of like like I don't know how to explain
a
that.
It was like a black
random
hole. It
water
was eating
orb.
everything that was inside of it.
dude water.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everything, it would just destroy it, and it would just go.
Dude, water
was
in
like, oh.
Minecraft breaks like all laws of physics. Like it just does.
It was like a stomach, like seeing a stomach in action, just like
Yeah, it was really cool
destroying
though.
everything. Yeah.
Anyway, so that ended the war. So technically, I delivered the last blow. So technically, I won, right?
I mean,
No.
technically,
declare
he
the
delivered
victor.
the last blow, but did he win? No.
No one won that
We
day.
should have all won because we all ended up in peace and we all tried to help get the water.
Do you really want to start another war, Gina? I swear, I will unleash a hellhound of. Oh, I learned so
Why?
many commands. I could kill all your chickens with just one command. Don't try.
Okay, but why would you
Okay, then.
do that? My babies.
Some
Yeah,
sort of
at least we didn't blow up the whole town.
I like how.
Well,
Except that one time I did.
that's actually it actually did happen, but that's a story.
No,
for
it did not. The TNT was at a safe distance. Now shut up.
No, it wasn't about
no,
that. I
you
was
guys
talking
weren't
about
there for
the
that
roller
incident.
coaster that Diego made. But
Yeah, Diego made a roller coaster that blew up all of Regina's land.
No. Okay, let's get some clear. They built a roller coaster. They wanted to destroy it. I thought, hey, let's just move it to a different location. I did. Didn't like the location I put it in. So I take it somewhere else, and guess what? Destroys half of our world.
Yeah, it was very
And then for
sad.
30 minutes, I cried in silence.
Yes.
So our igloo, our farm, our first house, our
Barn,
day,
lab.
But
But
thankfully,
I did
your
build a nice
underground
memorial,
cave.
though. I did build a nice memorial. Let's be honest. I
yeah,
memorial
it was
that.
nice.
Yeah, it was really
I
nice.
actually tried.
I like
Oh
how.
yeah,
It's
but it
okay,
also
though.
broke the wall of peace.
It broke the wall of peace, but I rebuilt it. But it's okay though, because the explosion never reached mine and Adriel's part of the world because we're protected by Victoria.
Oh. Well, for those of you who don't know, this is like the second time that we record this. That's why it's like not a bit like interesting, and we're sorry about that. But um, the reason why we had to re-record this whole entire episode for the first episode is because I'm dumb. Uh, I'm using this software and that I never used, and I'm still new to all of this. And the first time we recorded this episode, I separated the tracks so you couldn't hear my voice, but you could hear everybody's voice. And I spent 3 days trying to recover it, and I failed. So, and that's what led us to this retake. I'm sorry about that, guys. I know I stressed you guys all out.
Shaking my head.
It's okay, guys. We still love you the same.
Thank you, Robot
We
Diego.
do?
Am I still a
time
robot? You're kidding, right?
No, you're
Every
fine.
time it's a non-problematic comment, it's the robot.
I know, right? Diego, just say problematic comments at this point. Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Guys, you dumbass piece of.
Oh, okay. Wow.
See?
So
Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Now, some last words from our very special guest.
Follow me at Linlytx, Linlytx. Don't mind the dog in the background. She's trying to get out of the basement at the moment with all my. But no, but for real. Yeah, so I'm gonna be making the post about me taking a break. Sorry about my dog. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm gonna be making I'm gonna be posting that after this is posted. So yeah.
Damn,
all right.
Thank you so much
Nice.
for joining us today, and thank you
Thank
guys
you for joining us.
listening. Until next time.
Yep, this was Adriel,
Oh
Diego, Gus, Alohi, Logan, Moses, Victoria, and Regina, and me, Alan. Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Bye, boy.